everybody to PaperSpecs, where two worlds meet, the merging of online and print webinar. I'm Sabine Lindsay, founder of PaperSpecs, and I'm very excited for all of us to discover how cutting-edge online technologies can breathe additional life into our print creations. Before we dive deeper into the options and possibilities, just some quick housekeeping. At this stage, all attendees, which is you guys, are in listen-only mode. I hope you brought a lot of questions, so please submit them through the chat area on your screen. We will try to answer as many of them as possible, especially towards the end of this webinar. And as a reminder, this webinar is being recorded, and a link to the recording will be emailed to you after the event. Now, I'd like to take a moment to thank HP Graphic Solution Business for making this event possible. HP creates technology that makes life better for everyone, everywhere. The HP Graphic Solution Business offers one of the most trusted and diverse portfolios of digital printing solutions, combining superior quality with time-saving operation and proven reliability. Now, our speaker today comes all the way from Tel Aviv to us, so he's already at like 8:30 in the evening time. And it's Rafi Albo. Hello, Rafi.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Sabine.
So Rafi is the founder and CEO of ZEC Marketing, a leading agency specialized in one-to-one marketing, augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality, a lot of reality, people. During his 20 years of professional experience, Rafi has been successfully combining print and online, producing hundreds of innovative applications for one-to-one marketing campaigns for a wide range of industries. Thanks to his close relationships with various brands, technology platforms, and startups around the globe, ZEC Marketing has unique experience and insights into the evolving trends and specific needs of international businesses. And that is what we're here to find out today, Rafi. Tell us more about how how those two worlds can meet, print and online.
With pleasure. First of all, it's pretty interesting that 15 hours ago I was in Atlanta, U.S., and now I'm in Tel Aviv, but making a webinar to U.S. So life is interesting. so I'll just move the presentation. Before I start, because we have something like less than 55 minutes, and I have a lot of information and really a lot of insights and samples and case studies to share. So I just want to give like a short background to everybody that is attending. On this slide, there is a name of an app, of a platform, of a publishing platform that connects printing, digital printing, to immersive digital experiences. It's basically a mixed reality platform that everybody that wants to, let's say, immerse print can use. So I really recommend everybody to download this app. It's called Arilin. We developed this in the last 3 years from Helsinki in Finland. And I will share with you a lot of stuff what can be done with this. So everybody can actually download it now from Google Play or App Store or later on. So we are going to
don't send people away, Rafi. Do not send them away.
No, yeah. If you go away, you will lose a lot of real cool things. So today I'm going to share. I'm going to talk about basically two subjects, two dimensions. One, I call this on-life experiences. On-life experiences is basically the combination of online stuff, online technologies, online devices like your smartphones and tablets that you use and every consumer uses like 90% of the time that they're actually doing something with online. So everybody has a smartphone, everybody has a tablet, everybody's connected to data anywhere, all the time. So this device today, this is the current device. In the future, there will be other devices such as glasses and stuff, but that's not important. Today we're talking about practicality, about what can be done today. So everybody has a smartphone and everybody's connected, but print is not really connected. I will focus today on labels and packaging, but everything that I will say today is relevant for any kind of printing, also commercial printing applications such as publishing books, magazines, direct marketing, brochures, business cards, everything that is printed. But in today's world, let's take labels and packaging, the products that are in the supermarket or you shop them online. In the year 2017, we are in September 2017, and like all over the world, everybody has a smartphone, and that's the major device that we are using. But if you go to the supermarket and all the big brands in the supermarket, there is something very interesting. 99% of those products, of those labels and packaged products, are not connected to anything. They're just static, amazing design, branded, printed products, but they're not connected to anything. And that's really interesting. We are solving this gap. My vision towards this industry is to basically connect things, make them become on life, meaning real life printed stuff is connected to online experiences. And I will share a lot of examples. I also call it physicality. I believe that marketing communication, and even not marketing communication, even communication as a whole, it's not in the future. I don't think that the future is going to be digital. Everybody says that communication, everything is going digital, only digital. I don't believe that. I believe that communication, human communication, will be physical. Physicality will be physical and combined with digital experiences. Will be digital experiences that are combined to physical worlds. I really believe that physicality is the future of communication, and I also believe that it's the right way to communicate. So we will talk about physicality. And we will talk a little bit about pure one-to-one marketing. Pure one-to-one marketing meaning personalization, customization of experiences that starts from designed printed material, can be a label, a package, a brochure, again, can be anything, that are personalized to you and create a personalized experience. So using data and technology and creative. Just to summarize, we're going to talk about connected printing, connected packaging. A short background about me, why can I be the one on my side to speak to you and to share with you ideas and insights. So I have an agency for more than 16 years, but in the last 4 or 5 years, I totally transformed my business from physical world, from printed, from design and communication to physicality. In the last 4 years, I traveled, this slide is not really updated. I've been to 62 different countries, and I meet with thousands of companies, brands, agencies, designers, startups, digital printers. And basically what I do is first of all, I evangelize this concept of connected printing to the world. Second, I do a lot of experiments and campaigns and real projects using new technologies, using brands, using design, using creative, and connecting all those dots. So that's the background. And now let's start to dive into this world of physicality or immersive on-life experiences. So everybody says that packaging is communication. Everybody heard that, right? Packaging is communication. But packaging is communication is a very nice buzzword, but as I said before, if 99% or 98% of packaging today, of labels and packaged products that are amazing brands, working very, very hard to create the most amazing product, but they're not connected to anything. So it's a static physical product. So communication, without using the power of digital communication is it's like a miss. It's a big miss. There's a big gap here that brands can use and basically enjoy. So when talking about new technologies, such as augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, and on-life experiences, there are many people that they say stuff like, yes, but our consumers are traditional. They are like over the age of 50 or 60 sometimes. That's the main targets that we have. Of course, we want to be cool to the millennials, but our real customers are much older than that, and they're more traditional. So I always like to show this video, and also I quote this Harvard Business Review that says that share of experience will become a more important marketing matrix than share of voice. And 10, 15 years ago, it was share of wallet. But everybody knows that experiences are the thing today. Every brand, every marketing person wants to create an immersive wow factor experience for his target consumer using his marketing dollars. And print and design print is the same thing. Everybody wants to create a wow factor, but it's kind of hard to create a wow emotional experience from static stuff. So I just want to share a short video of a young woman. I think she's like almost 80 or 82, so very young. And she's witnessing for the first time something called Google Cardboard, which is very basic. It's like a piece of cardboard that has two lenses inside, and you put the phone inside and you see stuff that is like 360 around you, and you're like immersed inside. So let's see how this young lady reacts when she experienced her own life experience like that. So I'm going
down,
to...
left, right.
Goodness.
Doesn't matter. You can look behind you and everything.
Oh my goodness! It's amazing. Don't go, Denise.
Right here. Look around, Camry. I mean, like you can look through it, but it's like.
Like, what about the...
So,
Okay, this sounded like she was visiting Jurassic Park, Rafi.
yes. So I think everybody would agree with me that when you get a very nice printed material, marketing material or information material or something, printed and designed amazing, would everybody agree with me that you react like her exactly? Of course not. Immersive on-life experiences create this kind of response, this kinds of effect on human beings. The technologies are already here, and it's very, 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 becomes very, very easy to implement. So every marketing person wants and dreams that his marketing dollars will yield such a response from the consumer. So now I'm going to share how printed material can create this kind of response from users, from viewers, from individuals, from human beings all over the world. So we discussed and we said that everybody is connected. I say that our life is on life already. I always like this slide that I created a while ago because this slide basically says it's the hierarchy of needs. Everybody knows that the basic needs are here, where I put this red dot in. We all need food and water and sleep and to breathe, etc. And we go up and up and up, and everybody wants to be the next Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg and change the world. But I think in today's world, Wi-Fi, for me, for example, is more important than water. I can not drink for one day as long as I'll have Wi-Fi. And sometimes I don't even care about starving for like a day or a day and a half as long as my battery will be good on my phone. And think about yourself. So our world is really changed. So let's jump into how can we create and monetize pure one-to-one marketing and on-life experiences in a creative way. So I want to share with you a case study. This is a very interesting case study of on-life marketing. One of the major trends today that is really changing all over the world, I call this upprinting, meaning upprinting is a combination of application and digital printing. What does it mean? There are a lot of case studies and a lot of marketing projects all over the world that are really creating amazing results, and it's accelerating in the last 2 years, very, very high. And what is upprinting? Upprinting is using the cheap cost of mass marketing communication channels, such as the internet, such as social networks, such as email marketing, etc., to mass communicate to the consumers that they can create and get something amazing that is personal to them, but only if they do something, if they make an effort. And this campaign is very interesting. This brand is called Kids. They have about this brand have also, they have shoes, but they also have a chain of stores for newborn, for kids, for fashion, for kids, for children, from newborn to the age of 12. So they have a lot of stores, and in fashion, there is something interesting. When every brand is launching their new collection, the prices are very high. The prices are usually 4 times higher for the consumer, unless the consumer waits 6 to 7 weeks and he goes to that chain and he buys, this mother can buy the same clothes to her kids, the same exact dress or jeans, but 1/3 of the price. So it makes you wonder why 45% of all of us in this webinar are suckers, because 45% of humans are shopping fashion in the first 7 weeks when the prices are triple or quadro high. So what does every brand in fashion industry want? They want to bring their best customers physically to their store in the first 7 weeks. So what did we do there? What we did was very interesting. We took the database of the loyalty program of this retail chain for fashion, for kids, and we took the top customers, the top mothers, mainly mothers, of course, but not only, but let's say we took 100,000 customers that bought 95% of the turnover, of this chain for the last 2 years. So we had the right people. We took a piece of postcard, a printed postcard, printed on HP Indigo technology. It was digitally printed with personalization. And basically, let's say the mother's name is Sarah, and she has twins, Omer and Leah, boy and girl, okay? So every every family got a postcard that says something like this on the postcard, and they got it in the post. It said, "Hi, dear Sarah, we are so happy to share with you that we realized that in the next launch of our new fall-winter catalog, we are missing the presenters on the catalog, on the cover of our very famous catalog that we print and distribute throughout the country." And then it says, Sarah, do you think that your Omer and Leah have star quality in them? ? And then it said, "We are so happy to share with you that we prepared an audition personalized website just for you, Sarah, and for Omer and Leah, and you can audition Omer and Leah to be the stars on our new fall-winter catalog that we still did not print." So I don't know any mother in the world that doesn't think that her kid or her daughter is not going to be the next Mark Zuckerberg or Bono or Madonna or whatever. So that concept was very, very simple. On the other side of the postcard, it had a personal URL, and it said, "Sarah, if you want to audition Omer and Leah, you just need to visit www.kidsinthecity.com/her name, sarah.albo." And then another woman or another family, they'll have another name, Helen.Rogers in the URL. So every mother had to go online and basically key in her personal website to audition her kids to become the presenters and the stars of the new catalog. And look what happened when they actually went inside. What happened? When they went inside, can you hear me while the video is on, Sabine? Sabine, can you hear me while the video is
yes.
playing?
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you, Rafi.
Great. So what you're seeing here is what happened. So every mother keys in her login, and boom, she's directed into Facebook, and she needs to log in her Facebook account and username and password, and she's inside Facebook, and she sees on the screen the new catalog already inside Facebook. It says on the billboard, this is a place for a picture of Omer or Leah or Omer and Leah, her kids' names from the loyalty program already inside Facebook. And then this application within Facebook connects to her Facebook albums. And I don't know if you know this, but 95% of photos in Facebook are family, cats and dogs, and food. So of course she has pictures of her kids, and she chooses like every picture she can manipulate with the picture, like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, boom, done, and they're already on the billboard, already on the front of the proposed catalog that still did not print in the country. And it takes like a minute and a half to fully personalize the catalog, and she can write a message to her kids, or I can write a message to my kids as a father, whatever. And then what happens is within 30, 60, 90 seconds, that's it. A PDF file, high-resolution file is created in the background, and then every family, they can choose where in the country they approve the brand to print their kids' photos on the catalog, and they give the brand all their information because they are going to get the catalog for free with their kids. So they give all the information that really the brand wants, and they opt in, and then they choose on a map which store near them, they want also to get the physical catalog delivered to them for free. And that's it. And what happened, basically, on the left side of the screen, I will use the red dot here. You see one catalog, and you see the mother with her kid, and another father with his kid, and one of the kids, and here is a different catalog here. You see, and this is a different catalog of my kids, so I did two because I could. So then what happened was very interesting. The results were amazing. First of all, in direct marketing, people say that 3 to 5% is a good response rate. We got 78% response rate going to the website, yeah, going inside Facebook. And guess what? From all the people, from the tens of thousands of families that created their own catalogs, guess how many in percent reached, physically visited their stores, the physical store, yeah, within 7 weeks? 99%.
92. Oh, that was close, Rafi.
Yeah, but 92% is like imaginary numbers in marketing. So, by the way, it was actually 100. Why? Because 8% that did not show up to the store, we took this catalog that you see on the screen and we just mailed it to them home because we had their address. So that month was one of the highest sales ever for this brand. And all we used is on-life experience using online application, yeah, that you go in and you just choose your pictures and that's it, and digital printing. And we printed the catalog, and by the way, not all the catalog was printed digital, only the cover. The inside was printed like traditional, same thing. But still, people loved it. It generated amazing results, and the most important thing, people did not throw the catalog even after like 10 months because their kids are on the catalog. And the cost of this campaign was like a fraction of a cost of a normal launch of a collection, because we didn't even use billboards like outdoor advertising. We didn't use TV advertising at that stage. We only used this campaign. So guess when this campaign was done? What year? Sabine, can you guess?
Well, now it's up to me. Well, if you asked that, it's probably a while ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah, it was
2014.
2014, yes. Yes.
It was?
So imagine, yes, it was in 2014, I think, yeah. You can actually see it, like, if you look close here.
Oh.
Fall, winter 2014.
That was too simple. I didn't even look that far.
Yeah. By the way, in all my travels around the world, and I show a lot of stuff, and I'll show you now much more like immersive stuff, but people are really amazed by this. It's a simple idea that uses on-life marketing, yeah, together with digital printing and technology that is simple. In today's world, in 2017, you don't even need to send a postcard anymore. You can just send an email with the link to the website. And you can create like a responsive website in a day, yeah, that everybody opens on their phone. In 2014, the users need to go to a real computer somewhere at home. So today it will be even more effective, and it doesn't have to be a catalog. It can be anything. We did after that to this brand something like 15 different campaigns using the same technique, up-printing. So let's move forward. And now we are going to dive into using smartphones with digital print to create immersive experiences. Remember this formula, it's very, very simple, but very, very effective in marketing and— AR plus VR equals to MR. meaning augmented reality plus virtual reality equals to mixed reality. Mixed reality is not the future, is the present. Augmented reality was just something that started. Virtual reality is something that started. But today, if you really want to, let's say, empower printed materials, mixed reality is the key. Mixed reality meaning that you take a physical product and you overlay on the physical product digital layers of rich content on top of the physical product, and you can actually still see what's happening around you in the room while you hold a, let's say, a chocolate bar, yeah, and suddenly you see on the chocolate bar, you see a band playing, a music festival happening on the chocolate bar, but you still see the room around you. A little bit like a combination of Pokemon Go with the physical product that you hold in your hands. This is mixed reality. So now I want to show you the concepts that can be created with that. So again, we're using Arilyn technology. First project that I want to show you is, I call it, let's show the world to the people in 360. I don't know if we can actually play a video because we had some issues with these videos because the technology that we are using today, yeah, is very new, but the platforms for webinars are still not, you know, keeping up with the new technologies. So it was very hard to show you a mixed reality application, but what I'll try to do now, I will try to do something interesting. Maybe you heard about Aurora Borealis, the northern lights. So I'm going to try to project my phone, to share my phone on the screen. Let's see if you will see it. And Sabine, you can help me to tell me if it's actually working. So I'm actually
I'm going to see a desktop.
Share. Yes. So you are going to see now, you're supposed to see my my phone on the screen. Do you see it?
Yep.
Great. And now I'm going to open in the bottom of the screen, I'm moving the cursor, that's the Arilyn app, and I'm going to open the app. And basically what the app is doing is opening a camera. You see that I'm actually scanning the room here? I'm actually scanning the physical room. I'm going to take a postcard in front of me, this postcard. Sabine, can you see a postcard now? Like holding?
Yeah, it's choppy. So guys, if you're worried about this, it is choppy because this comes all the way from Tel Aviv. So this is over the internet, and we're streaming to a few hundred people. So bear with us and just listen to whatever Rafi has to say. Go for it,
yeah,
Rafi.
I'll just show it.
Postcard.
So basically, I'm going to show you, I'm going to take you to a 360 experience from print of the Aurora Borealis in Finland of the Northern Lights. So I'm going to scan. I scan now this postcard, and basically what's happening now is that I'm actually streaming on my phone, how do you say, an experience. But wait, I want to do it again. I'll do it differently this time. I'll take you to Rio de Janeiro from a can, better. Why I'm doing that? Because apparently the streaming is, so I'm scanning a can now, and I'm now in Rio de Janeiro, 360, and I'm moving in the room, I'm moving my phone up and down, and I'm moving to the left and to the right and down, and I can see Rio de Janeiro, yeah, in 360 from a can, okay? If I want to take you to Antarctica, I'm taking an Antarctica can, okay? This is an Antarctica can, and I'm going to scan this code, and we are in Antarctica.
There we are. We see the penguins.
Yeah. So now I'll come back I want to come back to the presentation, so we need to, I need to somehow go back.
Yeah, you are.
Great.
And just to give you a heads up, we only have
So,
like 20 minutes left, Rafi.
Yes, yes, I know. So now I want to go further and show you more examples of what can be done with online marketing. So that was 360. Now I want to show you something very interesting. Personal coloring technology for packaging and for printing and for commercial. This is very interesting. Imagine like a chocolate box that you buy in the store, and inside the chocolate box, you don't know what you're going to get. You have like coloring stuff inside, butterfly, cars, spaceships, etc. And look what happens when the kids are coloring inside the chocolate or the product, the actual car with their own colors, and they're personalizing the car. And then there is a code inside the chocolate, and they scan it and download a free application to their smartphone, and the experience becomes physical. So I want to show you what happens with that. So look what happens when the kids are coloring the cars. So we just saw an immersive on-life experience. The kids draw the car and they scan it with their phone. Their own car comes to life in 3D with the entire texture of what the kid just colored on their actual printed digital page, yeah? And the car itself, they can start to drive it in a race against other cars. So this is an experience that cannot happen without having the physical product again. So now I want to show you a lot of examples of how you can monetize AR, VR, mixed reality, MR together with printing and digital printing. So I will show you now a few videos, one after the other, because I think that that's the best way to experience things. So let's try to see first video. We are going to see now a printed brochure that basically I call it Da Vinci Code. It can be a package, it can be a brochure, it doesn't really matter what, but on the printed material there is a secret message to you. The only way to read it is using an on-life experience, meaning scanning the actual brochure. So let's see it. Sorry. We are seeing something else now. Wait. I think I started in the wrong email, in the wrong
you started
video,
with the second
I'll
one.
try again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's try again. Here it is. You cannot read it. It says, "We welcome you to experience the wow effect." When you open the brochure, there's a message that's impossible to read because it's in gibberish. When you scan it with RE, it decrypts the message. Arilene, after you scan the actual brochure, the letters start to scramble in front of you in 3D on the actual brochure, and then it unlocks a secret message. In this case, it's just for this presentation, so we put something that is like relevant to the presentation. Arilene brings you the future of printed products, but imagine a hunt, an Easter hunt on chocolates for Easter that kids need to decode. Every hour of the day, they get a different hint. At the end, one of those kids is going to, to get the biggest present ever in the history of this whatever chocolate brand. So you can do a lot of things from that, like save the date, like a lot of things. It's unlimited opportunities. It's only limited to imagination, but the effect is amazing. Let's continue to see something also interesting, how we enhance education and art. This concept that you're going to see now is a painting, a very famous painter from Helsinki, from Finland, the most famous painter from Finland, Tova Jansson. She created the Moomins, if you know about them, these characters for kids, but she created a lot of art. In the Helsinki Museum of Art, there's one of her paintings, a very famous one that is huge. It's like a very, very long and very high painting. And then they reproduced postcards. And look what happens when you scan the painting itself on the wall or the postcard of the painting. You get somebody inside the painting explaining you about the work. Let's try to see it. We'll wait until this finishes. So that's the painting. Suddenly buttons appear.
Welcome to the party. Tove Jansson was a real multi-talent of an artist. She was a painter, author, comics maker, illustrator, and script writer, best known for her beloved Moomin characters. This fresco was completed shortly after the end of the Second World War, right onto the wall of the Helsinki City Hall restaurant. Today, the fresco can be admired at the Helsinki Art Museum, right in the heart of the city. I am fashion journalist Sami Sykkä, and I invite you to join me on a voyage into this artwork. Press the button 1 and come along. May I introduce, sitting right there is Tove Jansson, Skål, as you'd say in Swedish. Cheers to the world-famous artist. When Tove was commissioned 2 frescoes for the Helsinki City Hall in early 1947, the Second World War had just ended.
So this is a very nice example why I like it, because it also enhances education in a very immersive way. So the print of art, imagine how many print of art are there in the world. But instead of just reading a lot of text in the side, like 2 pages of small text about the art piece, you can actually experience it like in a very immersive, physical way. So this is a very good example of what you can do with that. And I'll play it a little bit longer because I want to show you something that is related to music.
It was a groundbreaking moment. A long, devastating war was now behind. A new And who do we have here, right behind Tove? That dark lady is Vivica Bandler, theater director and theater manager, who is said to have brought avant-garde into the Finnish theater world. Tove and Vivica were lovers at the time of creating this work. Dear gentlemen,
This example is showing you how to take let's say this is a DJ set, 20 years of a label that is supporting like electronic music. to young people, to millennials. But look how they created the invitations and the posters of the party that was supposed to basically launch the 20 years for the brand, so for the label. So they took the top DJ, and look what happens when you scan this with Ari Lean, and look what happens to the effect.
This day, I was sitting and enjoying some beautiful music. I was totally absorbed by listening. And all of a sudden, I could see the music coming out of the speakers. The music was shaped in different patterns and symbols. And all the different sounds had their own form and color. It was like a moving painting coming out of the speakers. I can't explain how beautiful it was. It was so well balanced, so perfect. And it felt so true and real, like it's always been like this. Also, the music was not coming from something outside me. It felt like it was coming from inside me. And I knew, I am this. I am this music. I am this music. I am this music. I am this music. I am this music.
So,
Rafi, I just want to give you a timeline. We're down to about 10 minutes now, and we have a few questions. So, sorry, we got to speed it up a little.
okay, so basically I can, I just want to show maybe a few more examples, and then we can take like a few questions if you want.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
Can we have like 5 minutes? Okay.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. I think
show,
we're all keen to see
okay.
what you have to offer here, yeah.
Okay, so what I suggest is just to show these videos now, like fast, and I will stop and I'll explain what I'm showing, and then we can take questions. I will just show two different applications. So let's start with what I call, everybody remember, why it doesn't show? Yes, everybody, you know, I grew up on Police, on Sting, and everybody remember Message in a Bottle. So what we are doing now using these technologies is forget about message in a bottle, start to think about message on a bottle. And I'll show you what I mean. So imagine that every physical printed cylinder object becomes a media for videos, for streaming, for live streaming even. So I want to show you what happens if you take a can and you go to a party on the can. Let's see if it works.
Soy el fuego que arde tu piel, soy el agua que mata tu sed, el castillo, la torre, yo soy la espada.
So we just saw something very unique. Every cylinder object that is printed, yeah, can become, imagine when you go into the supermarket and you have 150 different designs of energy drink, okay? Each design is a different club, the famous club in a different city around the world. If you want to go inside the club, all you need to do is just take the product and scan it with your smartphone, and boom, you're in the club. So what you need in most of the experiences that I showed is your smartphone that you already bought, free application that everybody downloads applications today, with the right story, with the right content. All you need is the product itself and the physical printed, digitally printed object, and that's it. And you have an amazing experience. So this changes a lot of things. And because we're cutting in time, I just want to show you a few more. So let's see an example now about, for example, sports. Like we took a logo of Atlanta Hawks, of an NBA team. So this logo basically appears on T-shirts and caps and printed stationery and stickers for cars, etc. But look what happens when you scan the actual logo. So let's see. There are 3 buttons that will appear. So you scan the logo. Comes to life. You are now connected to the statistics from online, from open resources of the team. On any physical product, you can see what's happening to your team. You can even touch the 360 inside the game.
Filtering, slapping away for more than any arena or any time. We're going to do it Harry style tonight. So we're going to start the way from section 122 to 121, and we're going to go around the arena down in order, okay? And we're going to follow Harry. The speed of Harry and how Harry turns is how fast we're going to go. You ready to get started, Harry? Section 122, you ready? All right, 1, 2, 3, start! Follow Harry's finger!
Sabine.
Yep.
We have like 2 minutes, so let's wrap it up, because maybe you want to take questions. So it was like a short time to show all these things, so sorry for not being able to show more, but you know, in the future maybe we'll find a way to show like 40 things in 45 minutes or 1 hour. But my suggestion to you is,
yeah.
My suggestion to all of you is this: mixed reality and physicality is not the future. It's happening now. The technologies are already there. They're not expensive. It's very easy to use. It's drag and drop. For example, the campaign on the can, to create a campaign on the can is like 60 seconds. You just take the flat label of the can and you drag it into the software. You take an MPEG-4 video that you created and you drag it to the software, and you tell the software that the can or the bottle diameter is this and this inch, and that's it. And it goes up to the cloud, and every person in the US that scans this can from 60 seconds later will have the same effect that you saw. So, and it's actually applicable to many things. So my suggestion to you is that, first of all, you don't really need to invent the wheel. Do a lot of copy-paste change. I think it is a fantastic strategy. Second, I really, really recommend to think big, start small, and advance quickly. There are many resources, and of course, I'm available to people that are interested to communicate. And Sabine told me that this session is going to be recorded, so you can share with others. These are my contacts. Everybody can, you know, send an email, connect on Facebook, and ask. I can share a lot more stuff or YouTube stuff or resources. And remember, the future is not tomorrow. The future is now. It's happening. And On Life is really adding sexiness to digital and to print as a whole. So thank you for joining, and I hope it wasn't too boring with the limitations of the technology. And that's it. I'm ready for questions.
Yeah, so I think you started touching on something that's a question we got a few times, because obviously this all looks hugely expensive. And so one of the questions was, what are we talking production cost-wise? And you basically touched on that by saying, give us a quick step-by-step again, so you do not have to have a multi-million-dollar budget or a $300,000 budget. As you said, you can start small.
There are companies today that invest €5,000, $6,000, $5,500 a year, and create 30, 40 campaigns like that in a year. And that's the cost. So you can start very small, yeah? And you can go very high depending on the content and the number of different versions or campaigns or functionalities. But the most interesting thing about this technology is that it's already built and it has a lot of features inside, and all of the features are included in the licensing mode. So it's very cheap. It looks expensive, but it's very cheap, and that's the best things ever, right?
So that basically answers Kevin's question, because he wanted to know if he downloads the app, do you have to create the content? And let me just rehash and make sure I got this right. Basically, we all can take our smartphones, theoretically speaking, and videotape our cat, and then take a can, and thanks to image recognition, say this video should play on the can when the app is activated. Is that correct?
Actually, basically, our technology is built like that. There are two layers. The Arilin app is for the user, for the viewer.
Right.
You download for free. But for the publisher, the one that is creating the content, he needs like a license. So a license can be, as I told you, like a couple of small thousands of dollars per year, or it can be tens of thousands. Depends what they do. And with the license, they get like a free like 2 hour, 1 hour Skype training, and they can do like 90% of what I showed now from home.
Okay. So once I have the license, then I can videotape my cat and put it on a can.
You can actually do that already with the free app. We have a feature, but it doesn't save it. But you can create any surface in your environment. You can make a photo, and you can connect it to any content you have on your phone, and it will play, but locally, for free, for that, let's say, session. But if you close your phone, and restore and open the app again, it will not save it. But you need a license to be able to do commercial publications.
I understand. What I was going for was that it's basically we can do this on a small budget, as you said earlier, and then due to image recognition, it can be uploaded and then obviously recognized and played once we have the license.
Yes, and scalable. So it can be for tens of thousands or for millions or for hundreds of millions. Very scalable because everything is in the Amazon cloud. And it's scalable, opens up, and decrease according to traffic. Yes.
Right. Courtney, I hope that answers your questions. If you have a follow-up one, please submit it to the chat box. So Erica wanted to make sure that she understood this correctly because the card with the gibberish that you showed earlier was really impressive. And so we want to make sure that this is viewed, the video you showed that was viewed through an iPhone or an iPad. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, just I took my smartphone and I just videoed what I'm seeing on my screen as a user.
Right. It looked very Harry Potter. The letters were moving on the postcard, but the letters are actually moving on your phone.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the phone and it's already augmented and stitched to the right object. And in most of the videos, I intentionally moved it all the time. Move the brochure, throw it on the table, move it fast. So our image recognition technology is very, very good. It's accurate. So the user gets a very interesting experience. By the way, people that are interested can send email, and we will share like maybe a PDF with targets. Maybe on PaperSpecs later we can share targets that will play this content that I showed on their phone. They can print these targets and see it for themselves later on.
That would be great, because I think that answers Ethan's question. There were a few of the attendees here who downloaded the app, and he wanted to, Ethan specifically wanted to have the appropriate logo because he wanted to see the Northern Lights for himself. So would that be part of the PDF you're providing us with?
Yeah, actually, actually, if I can share a screen now, I can. But let's do it later. No problem. If you take my business card, my personal business card, you scan it and you see, boom, you see Northern Lights coming in 360. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. And then Jason wanted to know what software is used to produce this. You basically are merging like video and image recognition in the.
We support.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we support music. We support MPEG-4 files. We support alpha videos, meaning that they have transparency. We support chroma key, like green screen videos. The software automatically erases the green screen so people look like transparent and you can look behind them in the video what's happening on your printed stuff. We support 360 panoramas, 360 videos. We support 3D objects. Like you can actually scan things and you see 3D stuff and you can manipulate with them on the surface. We support a lot of things. We even support IoT, okay? For example, we did a project and a feasibility check, and we were able to literally shoot a star from the sky in a party at night where people go to the bar, they got a bottle, yeah? When they bought the bottles of the drink, we printed the labels of the bottles digitally, and 10 people didn't know, but everybody scanned the bottles, but only 10 people saw a different message, and they had a button in the app. When they pushed the button, they scanned their winning bottle. We connected to a drone, a real drone that was flying in the dark, 2,000 feet above and to the side, and it shot a star from the sky down. So like 5,000 people actually saw a star falling down from the sky after they scanned a printed physical object.
Right.
Thank you.
We're over time. I just want to, just making sure I get this, and we can answer this offline if that's okay. We'd like to recap that for the attendees because we're recording this. Merdad wanted to make sure he understood this correctly. The licensing is basically based on the scope of what you're using it for. The licensing fee, I'm sorry.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Depending on number of targets at the same time. The basic stuff is how many targets, how many campaigns you run at the same time, concurrent. But you can change them all the time as you want. You don't pay more. But if you have, like, let's say 10 at the same time, that's basic. If you have 50, that's medium. If you have, like, 400, that's big, depending on that.
That's what I'd say. That's big. Thank you so much, Rafi, for this. I think I second a lot of the comments here that we had from Mike and Ethan. They were like, this is mind-blowing. And it's, I think, especially mind-blowing because we know this is already, the future is here. The future is now, as you said. So thank you so much for being available from all the way around the other side of the globe, so to speak. and for sharing this with us. And I'd also like to thank HP Graphic Solutions again for making this event possible and for allowing us to see these cutting-edge online technologies and how they can breathe additional life into our print creations. My personal favorite is the postcard where this gentleman basically appeared in the middle of all the paintings. We have to talk about that, Rafi. All right, so thank you so much, guys, for being here, and have a great rest of the day. Take care.
Enjoy. Bye-bye.